Machiavelli understood that the foundation of power and control lies in the ability to master one's own thoughts, actions, and habits. Doubt thrives when you lack discipline, when you allow emotions, external influences, and fleeting desires to dictate your behavior. The untouchable person knows that discipline is not a mere routine. It's the secret weapon that shapes the unstoppable mindset. Ruthless discipline is the cornerstone of power, and it must be cultivated every single day. It's about building habits that are not only effective but also uncomfortable enough to shape you into someone who can achieve any goal, no matter the cost. The first habit is that you must start your day with purpose and intention. Doubt often creeps in when people wake up with no plan, when they roll out of bed aimlessly, letting the day unfold as it comes. The dangerous thinker knows that every day must begin with intentionality, with a specific purpose and a clear path forward. By defining your goals for the day the moment you wake up, you set the tone for your actions, leaving nothing to chance. This discipline ensures that your focus remains sharp, that you are always moving forward, even on days when you feel unmotivated. By starting with a purpose, you eliminate doubt because you begin your day with a plan, and this plan fuels your actions and decisions. The second rule is that you must condition your mind to resist weakness and distractions. Doubt thrives when distractions take control, when external factors pull you off course. The untouchable person understands that distractions are the enemy of progress, and they develop the habit of resisting the temptation of momentary pleasures. By conditioning your mind to stay focused on long-term goals, you build an unshakable resilience against any distraction that threatens to derail your plans. This mental fortitude allows you to work through discomfort, not seeking immediate rewards, but knowing that the effort will pay off in the long run. By mastering your focus, you eliminate doubt because you become immune to distractions, staying locked in on what truly matters. The third habit is that you must embrace discomfort to build mental toughness. Doubt often arises when you seek comfort, when you look for shortcuts or easy paths to success. The dangerous thinker knows that true growth comes from embracing discomfort, from intentionally putting yourself in difficult situations that challenge your abilities and push your limits. By choosing the hard path, you develop the mental toughness necessary to face any challenge head-on. This habit forces you to build your resilience, making you stronger and more capable of handling life's toughest obstacles. By embracing discomfort, you eliminate doubt because you learn to thrive under pressure, and this strengthens your confidence. The fourth rule is that you must remove all excuses and take full responsibility for your actions. Doubt thrives when people make excuses, when they blame external circumstances, other people, or even fate for their failures. The untouchable person knows that they are always responsible for their outcomes, no matter what the situation. By eliminating excuses, you take full ownership of your life and your decisions. This habit forces you to confront the reality that you are in control and that no one else can dictate your success or failure. By removing excuses, you eliminate doubt because you gain clarity and take control, knowing that only your actions define your future. The fifth tactic is that you must practice patience, but not inaction. Doubt arises when people confuse patience with passivity, when they think that waiting will get them what they want. The dangerous thinker knows that patience is a tool, but it must be paired with relentless action. By staying patient but continuously working toward your goals, you allow time to work in your favor. You trust the process, but you are also disciplined enough to stay engaged and continue pushing forward. This habit prevents you from falling into the trap of complacency, and it reinforces your ability to persevere in the face of setbacks. By mastering patience, you eliminate doubt because you trust the journey and are consistent in your effort, even when immediate results aren't apparent. The sixth rule is that you must eliminate negativity and surround yourself with only those who elevate you. Doubt thrives when you allow negative influences, whether it's toxic people, self-doubt, or pessimism, to dictate your mindset. The untouchable person knows that they cannot afford to let negativity in. By intentionally surrounding yourself with people who push you toward greatness, you create an environment that fosters success and progress. This habit strengthens your mindset by eliminating any external source of doubt or discouragement. By choosing your associations carefully, You eliminate doubt because you immerse yourself in a supportive, growth-focused environment. Number 2. Strengthen your mind by creating relentless focus and clarity. Machiavelli believed that power is not just about controlling external forces, but about having complete mastery over your own mind. Doubt thrives when the mind is scattered, when you are pulled in multiple directions, and when your focus is fragmented. The untouchable person knows that clarity and relentless focus are the core ingredients of an unstoppable mindset. By controlling your focus, you remove distractions, allowing you to concentrate fully on what matters and execute with precision. Relentless focus doesn't just mean avoiding distractions. It's about creating an internal clarity that drives you forward, no matter what challenges lie ahead. When you have clarity of mind, you can cut through any confusion or uncertainty and move toward your goal with unshakable certainty. The first habit is that you must cultivate a single-minded focus on your long-term vision. Doubt arises when people are unsure of what they want or when they lack a clear goal. The dangerous thinker knows that to build an unstoppable mindset, they must remain laser-focused on a singular goal. By focusing your energy and thoughts on what you truly want, you eliminate the temptation to chase after distractions or short-term rewards. This focus creates an unwavering commitment to your mission, and every decision you make, every action you take, will be aligned with this singular purpose. By cultivating focus, you eliminate doubt because you know where you are headed and nothing can pull you off course. The second rule is that you must prioritize actions that bring you closer to your goal and eliminate the rest. Doubt thrives when people are overwhelmed with options, when they feel they have to do everything at once, spreading their efforts too thin. The untouchable person understands that not every opportunity is worth pursuing. By ruthlessly prioritizing only the actions that directly contribute to your long-term vision, you avoid the trap of wasted time and effort. This habit creates a mindset of decisiveness, where every choice you make is deliberate and you are constantly moving toward your ultimate goal. By prioritizing your actions, you eliminate doubt because you always know what to focus on, and you don't waste time on things that don't serve your purpose. The third tactic is that you must train your mind to dismiss distractions instantly. Doubt arises when the mind is overwhelmed with external noise, when you become distracted by other people's opinions, current events, or trivial matters. The dangerous thinker knows that the key to staying focused is to train your mind to block out distractions as soon as they arise. This habit is essential to building a mindset that doesn't waver. It's about creating the ability to instantly return your attention to what truly matters. By eliminating distractions, you eliminate doubt because you stop letting the opinions of others or the distractions of the world determine your actions. Your focus becomes a force that nothing can break. The fourth rule is that you must create a mental filter that determines what is worth your energy. Doubt thrives when people don't know where to direct their focus, when they spread themselves too thin and waste their energy on things that don't matter. The untouchable person, however, creates a mental filter that helps them decide what is worth their attention and effort. This filter is based on your long-term vision and the pursuit of your goals. By continuously aligning your actions with your mission, you stay focused on what truly matters. This habit builds a filter for your thoughts, allowing you to discard distractions. And in doing so, you eliminate doubt because you only focus on what brings you closer to your vision. The fifth tactic is that you must embrace daily, rigorous practice to sharpen your focus. Doubt thrives when people fail to prepare or train consistently, when they take their abilities for granted and rely on luck or momentary bursts of effort. The dangerous thinker knows that true focus comes with daily, disciplined practice. It's not something that can be switched on at will, but something that must be honed over time. By committing to daily practice, whether it's physical training, mental exercises, or honing your craft, you create a mindset that becomes second nature. This daily commitment trains your brain to stay focused, helping you develop a natural resilience to distractions. By practicing regularly, you eliminate doubt because you are prepared for whatever challenges come your way, and you are able to meet them with a calm, focused mind. The sixth rule is that you must eliminate negative thoughts and beliefs that hinder your progress. Doubt often comes from within when you question your own abilities or believe that you are not capable of achieving your goals. The untouchable person knows that to build an unstoppable mindset, they must constantly challenge and eliminate negative self-talk. By identifying thoughts that hold you back, whether they're rooted in fear, insecurity, or past failures, you create space for new, empowering beliefs. This habit requires you to consciously replace self-doubt with confidence and conviction, focusing on your strengths and your ability to succeed. By eliminating negative self-talk, you eliminate doubt because you no longer allow limiting beliefs to control your actions. The seventh tactic is that you must continually assess and refine your focus. Doubt arises when people don't reflect on their progress, when they fail to assess whether their efforts are still aligned with their goals. The dangerous thinker knows that building focus is a continuous process, not a one-time fix. By regularly assessing your goals, your strategies, and the actions you are taking, you ensure that you are always moving in the right direction. This habit requires you to periodically recalibrate your efforts to ensure that everything you do brings you closer to your vision. By refining your focus, you eliminate doubt because you maintain clarity and precision, and you avoid the trap of stagnation or misdirection. Number 3. Build emotional resilience and conquer your inner weaknesses. Machiavelli understood that true power and mental strength come from the ability to withstand emotional turmoil and not be swayed by external forces. Doubt thrives when emotions control you, when your reactions to challenges, setbacks, or emotions are impulsive and unpredictable. The untouchable person knows that emotional resilience is a non-negotiable foundation for an unstoppable mindset. It's not enough to simply control your actions and thoughts. You must also master your emotions. Emotional resilience allows you to maintain your composure and clarity no matter the circumstances. This habit requires you to not just react to the world around you, but to master your inner world, building the mental strength necessary to face adversity with calm and confidence. The first habit is that you must detach from emotional reactions and respond with rationality. Doubt arises when emotions take control, when fear, anger, frustration, or pride dictate your responses to situations. The dangerous thinker knows that emotional reactions weaken your position. By mastering emotional detachment, you can look at situations with rationality and clarity without letting emotions cloud your judgment. This means not reacting to insults or setbacks immediately, taking a moment to breathe, observe, and choose your response with intention, not impulse. By detaching from your immediate emotional impulses, you eliminate doubt because you begin to respond with strategy, ensuring that your emotions never undermine your decisions. The second rule is that you must embrace failure as a tool for growth, not a setback. Doubt thrives when people fear failure, when they see it as something to avoid at all costs. The untouchable person understands that failure is an essential part of growth, that it's through failure that you refine your skills, learn from mistakes, and build the resilience necessary for success. By embracing failure, you transform it from something negative into a stepping stone toward improvement. This habit requires you to be comfortable with failure, seeing it as a sign that you're pushing your limits and challenging yourself. By reframing failure, you eliminate doubt because you stop seeing setbacks as threats and start seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow. The third tactic is that you must practice mental toughness through daily discomfort. Doubt thrives when you seek comfort, when you avoid challenges and retreat to what is familiar. The dangerous thinker knows that mental toughness is developed through pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, through embracing discomfort daily. By choosing tasks that challenge you mentally, physically, and emotionally, you condition yourself to be resilient in the face of hardship. This habit means doing the hard things, the things that others avoid because they require effort and discomfort. By intentionally embracing discomfort, you eliminate doubt because you build the mental fortitude needed to withstand anything that life throws at you. The fourth rule is that you must learn to let go of the need for validation and approval from others. Doubt often arises when we rely on external validation, when we seek approval, praise, or recognition to feel worthy or capable. The untouchable person knows that the greatest source of confidence comes from within, not from the opinions of others. By removing the need for validation, you become self-sufficient in your beliefs and decisions, which frees you from the influence of others. This habit strengthens your emotional resilience because you no longer seek others' approval to feel secure in your actions and choices. By eliminating the need for validation, you eliminate doubt because you no longer rely on anyone else to affirm your worth. You know who you are and what you are capable of. The fifth tactic is that you must control your inner dialogue to cultivate a mindset of strength. Doubt often arises when we engage in negative self-talk, when we let our inner voice criticize, doubt, or undermine us. The dangerous thinker knows that the key to emotional resilience is controlling your internal narrative, the stories you tell yourself about your abilities, your worth, and your future. By consciously shaping your inner dialogue to be empowering, you create a mindset that fuels your actions with strength, confidence, and clarity. This habit requires you to identify when negative self-talk arises and replace it with positive, empowering affirmations. By controlling your inner dialogue, you eliminate doubt because you no longer let your own thoughts undermine your strength or decisions. The sixth rule is that you must focus on what you can control and accept what you cannot. Doubt thrives when people focus on external circumstances they cannot change, when they waste energy on things beyond their control. The untouchable person knows that true emotional resilience comes from focusing only on what is within their power and accepting what is not. By letting go of the need to control everything, you focus your energy on areas where you can make a difference, leaving external forces to unfold as they will. This habit strengthens your emotional resilience because you stop wasting energy on things you cannot change and start using your efforts on areas where you can influence outcomes. By focusing on your sphere of control, you eliminate doubt because you stop feeling overwhelmed by external factors and focus on what you can master. Number 4, develop unyielding focus. Through consistent action and relentless commitment, Machiavelli understood that the strongest minds are those that can stay focused amidst the chaos and distractions of life. Doubt flourishes when you allow yourself to be distracted, when your mind is scattered between multiple pursuits, and when you fail to commit fully to your goals. The untouchable person knows that to build an unstoppable mindset, you must develop an unwavering focus, supported by consistent, relentless action. Focus is the foundation of all success, and it's built through disciplined habits that shape your daily actions and reinforce your commitment to the bigger picture. To truly master focus, you must be ready to make sacrifices, eliminate distractions, and keep your eyes firmly on the prize. The first habit is that you must commit fully to your most important goal, with no room for distractions. Doubt thrives when you entertain too many goals at once, when your attention is divided and you never truly go all in on any single pursuit. The dangerous thinker knows that focus is a force multiplier. By committing fully to one goal, you direct all of your energy and efforts into making that goal a reality. This requires eliminating all distractions and focusing exclusively on what will drive you forward. When you commit fully, you create a singular, powerful force that pushes you toward your desired outcome, leaving no room for doubt. By prioritizing one goal, you eliminate doubt because you stop being torn in multiple directions, giving your all to the one pursuit that truly matters. The second rule is that you must set clear and measurable milestones to track your progress. Doubt flourishes when people are unsure of their progress, when they don't know whether they're moving in the right direction or making meaningful strides toward their goal. The untouchable person knows that focus is not enough without a clear path forward. By setting clear, measurable milestones, you create benchmarks to track your progress, which keeps you motivated and provides a sense of accomplishment along the way. These milestones serve as proof that your focus and effort are paying off, which builds momentum and eliminates any uncertainty about your direction. By tracking progress, you eliminate doubt because you see tangible results that confirm you're moving in the right direction, fueling your drive. The third tactic is that you must create non-negotiable routines and rituals. Doubt thrives when your actions are inconsistent, when your behavior shifts based on mood or external circumstances. The dangerous thinker knows that to achieve focus, you must create routines that support your long-term goal and make them non-negotiable. Daily rituals that are aligned with your objectives, whether it's waking up early, setting aside time for focused work, or maintaining a healthy lifestyle, create structure in your day that ensures you're consistently making progress. These habits become your foundation, and over time, they reinforce your commitment and focus, turning them into automatic actions. By establishing non-negotiable routines, you eliminate doubt because you've created a system of action that doesn't allow for procrastination or wavering. The fourth rule is that you must make sacrifices that reinforce your focus. Doubt often arises when you are not willing to sacrifice comfort for your goal, when you are unwilling to give up distractions or short-term pleasures for long-term gain. The untouchable person understands that every great achievement requires sacrifice, the willingness to give up something now to gain something greater later. Whether it's time, energy, or temporary pleasures, every sacrifice you make serves to strengthen your focus and commitment to your goal. By making intentional sacrifices, you eliminate doubt because you prove to yourself that you are fully dedicated to your goal, not just in words, but through your actions. The fifth tactic is that you must shut out the noise of others and remain true to your own vision. Doubt thrives when you listen to the opinions of others, when you allow external voices to influence your decisions and shake your confidence. The dangerous thinker knows that focus requires isolation from others' opinions. You must trust your vision and stay committed to it, regardless of what others say or think. By ignoring the noise, whether it's from critics or well-meaning distractions, you maintain clarity and a sense of direction that keeps you moving forward. This habit strengthens your focus because it removes external interference and allows you to build the mental fortitude needed to pursue your own path. By staying true to your own vision, you eliminate doubt because you become unshakable in your commitment to your goal, no matter how others try to steer you off course. The sixth rule is that you must constantly reevaluate your goals and refine your strategy. Doubt arises when you feel stuck or stagnant, when you're no longer seeing progress and aren't sure if you're on the right track. The untouchable person understands that focus doesn't mean rigidly following a plan that's no longer working. It means being willing to reevaluate your goals and adapt your strategy when necessary. By regularly reviewing your progress and adjusting your approach, you ensure that your efforts remain aligned with your long-term vision and goals. This habit creates flexibility within your focus, allowing you to stay adaptable while still maintaining a clear direction. By reevaluating and refining your strategy, you eliminate doubt because you keep improving and moving forward, learning from each experience. Number 5, cultivate mental toughness through challenges and relentless persistence. Machiavelli understood that true strength comes not from comfort, but from facing challenges head-on and remaining unshaken in the face of adversity. Doubt thrives when people avoid discomfort, when they give in to fear or allow obstacles to dictate their actions. The untouchable person knows that to build an unstoppable mindset, you must embrace mental toughness by consistently choosing to endure hardship and pushing through challenges. Persistence, even when the odds are against you, is what sets apart those who succeed from those who fall short. By developing mental toughness, you ensure that no challenge or setback will ever derail you from your ultimate goal. The first habit is that you must constantly test your limits and push beyond your comfort zone. Doubt arises when people settle for the easy route, when they avoid challenges or stop testing their own capabilities. The dangerous thinker knows that mental toughness is developed through pushing your boundaries, through intentionally placing yourself in difficult situations that require you to rise above. By constantly testing your limits, whether through physical, mental, or emotional challenges, you create a mindset that becomes accustomed to discomfort and struggle. This habit ensures that you never back down from a challenge, and that every setback is an opportunity to prove your strength. By pushing your limits, you eliminate doubt because you continuously build the resilience needed to face anything life throws at you. The second rule is that you must persist through failure and use it as fuel to keep going. Doubt flourishes when people view failure as the end, when they let it define their worth or stop them from continuing forward. The untouchable person, however, understands that failure is a stepping stone, not a final destination. By developing the habit of embracing failure as part of the process, You learn from your mistakes and use them to fuel your persistence. Rather than viewing failure as a setback, you see it as an opportunity to sharpen your skills, reevaluate your approach, and come back stronger. This habit builds resilience because it shifts your mindset from avoiding failure to learning from it. By persisting through failure, you eliminate doubt because you develop the strength to keep going even when things don't go as planned. The third tactic is that you must maintain a solution-oriented mindset. Doubt arises when people focus too much on the problem, when they get bogged down in the details of what went wrong and lose sight of how to fix it. The dangerous thinker knows that the key to overcoming challenges is not dwelling on obstacles, but focusing on finding solutions. By training your mind to shift from problem-focused thinking to solution-oriented thinking, you ensure that setbacks don't stop your progress. This habit makes you resourceful and creative, constantly seeking ways to solve problems and move forward. By focusing on solutions, you eliminate doubt because you always know how to adapt and find a way forward, even when the path is unclear. The fourth rule is that you must embrace pain as the price of progress. Doubt thrives when people fear pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. The untouchable person understands that growth only happens through struggle. You must go through discomfort to reach the other side. By embracing pain as a necessary part of success, you become immune to the fear that usually holds people back. This habit requires you to reframe pain, not as something to avoid, but as an essential ingredient in your transformation. By embracing pain, you eliminate doubt because you no longer fear it, and instead, you use it to fuel your drive to push forward. The fifth tactic is that you must adopt a mindset of relentless persistence, no matter how difficult the journey. Doubt often creeps in when people feel discouraged, when they see the challenges ahead and wonder if it's even worth continuing. The dangerous thinker, however, knows that success is not about taking the easiest route. It's about committing to relentless persistence. By developing a mindset that refuses to quit, no matter how many obstacles arise, you build an inner strength that keeps you moving forward. This habit is all about resilience, not quitting when the road gets tough. By practicing persistence, you eliminate doubt because you will always find a way to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the situation becomes. The sixth rule is that you must focus on small wins every day. Doubt thrives when people see only the end goal. When they focus on the large, distant objective and get overwhelmed by how far away it feels. The untouchable person knows that mental toughness is built through consistent, small victories that add up over time. By focusing on making small daily improvements, you build momentum and increase your confidence. This habit teaches you that success is a journey, not a destination, and each small win brings you closer to your ultimate goal. By focusing on small wins, you eliminate doubt because you see constant progress, no matter how incremental, and this progress fuels your determination. Number 6. Cultivate strategic patience and master the art of timing. Machiavelli knew that the ability to wait for the right moment is as powerful as the ability to act swiftly. Doubt often arises when we feel the need to rush, when we force decisions or actions that are not yet ripe. The untouchable person understands that true strength lies not only in decisive action, but in knowing when to act and, just as importantly, when to remain still and observe. Patience is a skill, a ruthless habit, that allows you to keep your power while others waste theirs in impatience. Strategic patience is not about doing nothing. It's about waiting for the right moment, being fully prepared, and then executing with precision. The first habit is that you must learn to wait for the perfect moment to strike. Doubt arises when people act too quickly, when they make decisions without fully understanding the consequences or waiting for the optimal time. The dangerous thinker knows that strategic action requires the discipline to wait until the situation is just right. By practicing patience, you allow opportunities to mature, risks to diminish, and your actions to have maximum impact. This habit teaches you the value of restraint, of not rushing into situations prematurely, but instead waiting until the time is perfect for you to execute your plan. By mastering the art of waiting, you eliminate doubt because you make fewer, more impactful decisions, each one aligning perfectly with your goal. The second rule is that you must avoid the trap of impulse decisions and act with calculated precision. Doubt thrives when people act on impulse, when they respond to emotions or external pressures, instead of analyzing the situation thoroughly. The untouchable person knows that to build an unstoppable mindset, they must resist the urge to react impulsively. By developing the ability to pause, assess the situation, and plan carefully, you gain control over the situation, ensuring that your actions are deliberate and purposeful. This habit encourages you to take a step back before making decisions, enabling you to act with clarity and confidence. By resisting impulse decisions, you eliminate doubt because you make strategic, calculated choices that are rooted in careful thought and foresight. The third tactic is that you must practice the art of observation to fully understand your environment. Doubt arises when people act without fully understanding their surroundings, when they rush into situations without evaluating all the factors at play. The dangerous thinker knows that observing others, learning their habits, motivations, and weaknesses is key to timing your actions properly. By mastering the art of observation, you gain valuable insights into how others think, what motivates them, and when the right moment is to make your move. This habit requires patience in the E form of listening, watching, and understanding. So when you do act, you do so with full knowledge and the upper hand. By observing carefully, you eliminate doubt because you base your actions on a deep understanding of the situation and people involved. The fourth rule is that you must maintain emotional control during times of stress and chaos. Doubt flourishes when people let their emotions take control during challenging or chaotic situations. The untouchable person knows that emotions are powerful tools, but only if they can be controlled and directed. When you face stress, frustration, or urgency, the ability to remain calm and composed gives you the clarity to make the right decisions, no matter the pressure. This habit requires practicing self-control, especially when facing setbacks or obstacles. By mastering your emotional responses, you eliminate doubt because you make decisions from a place of calm and logic, not fear or panic. The fifth tactic is that you must recognize that timing is everything. Doubt arises when people act too soon or too late, when they fail to recognize the right moment to take action. The dangerous thinker knows that power comes from perfect timing, from knowing when to advance, when to retreat, and when to simply wait. This habit requires constant awareness of the environment around you, including recognizing patterns, shifts, and changes that signal when to move. By perfecting your timing, you eliminate doubt because you know the exact moment to take action and when to hold back and let others reveal their plans. The sixth rule is that you must commit to long-term thinking and patience, even when results seem distant. Doubt flourishes when people fail to see the value in long-term goals, when they want instant results and rewards. The untouchable person understands that strategic patience is the key to lasting power, to reaching a goal through relentless, focused effort over time. By focusing on long-term outcomes, even when results aren't immediate, you build a mindset that doesn't falter under short-term setbacks. This habit helps you keep the bigger picture in mind, knowing that the path to success is not always linear and immediate. By committing to long-term thinking, you eliminate doubt because you never lose sight of your ultimate goal, even when the road ahead is unclear.